Okay, let's try it again. I hope it doesn't kick me off this time, but we'll see. It's not, YouTube is not, or Facebook is not being nice today. To me, at least. I never have these problems. Everybody else does. Okay, so if you're just jumping on, hi everybody. If you could like, share, comment, let me know you're here, share the video with your network, and I'll get started. I probably won't wait for people because a lot of people are either working or busy. But my kids are sick and in their beds sleeping, so I have quiet time. Hey Courtney. Hi Jessica. Okay, so since I got a pimple for the first time in 6 months, I used to break out all the time before I started Limelight. I know I've told you guys that before, but honestly, I used to get these all over all the time, and it was going on since I was a teenager. So now I just get a couple little ones and very tiny, and they last like a day and go away, and it's like the once a month thing. I have to put lip gloss on because I feel naked. My lips feel funny, so I'll just take a break. Sorry. So anyways, I got this lovely guy, and I figured I would come on and show you guys the wonderful magic of our concealer. I don't think I've done a video. I don't know if I did a video on concealer. I did show in the beginning a couple months ago that our concealer is waterproof. So if you like to wear it, if you want to wear a little bit of makeup to the pool, or you get stuck in the rain, you sweat, whatever, the concealer is not going to come off. We have a lot of different colors, and they come in, you can buy one, you can buy 4, or you can buy 6, and they're little metal tins, so you can pop them out if one is, if one runs out and the others are still good. So the reason why you would want more than one is because depending on your skin tone and your, the shade of your skin, 0 you would use, certain people would use for highlighting. 1 is if you have a lot of red in your skin, if you have pimples, dark circles, you can use number 1. 2 is another one for either highlighting, or if you're very fair, you could use that for covering scars, pimples, stuff like that. And same with these. So 1 is really just the color correcting one. The other ones are going to just cover any imperfections, and it is a full coverage, so it's going to work really, really well. So we do have palettes like this, and then we also have, and I think this is, I forgot to look before I got on here, $74 or $79. This is our foundation, and you get 2 concealers for that price. And this is going to last you months, probably. I just got a new foundation. This actually is my new foundation. So I was using the same foundation for probably 5 months, because a month after I started, I switched to a different color. So it's been 5 months, and I just replaced my foundation. So it lasts you a long time because you only need a teeny tiny bit. So with that being said, if you get this, you can do, this is the perfect contouring kit. Also, if you like to use concealer, you can get one for a color correcting, another one for just covering blemishes or covering any scarring, stuff like that. You can use it for highlighting and covering pimples. So what I did, because I had a lot of scarring on my cheeks, I would use the 0 for highlighting, like right here. And I would use, what was I using? The number 3 for covering all of my scars and just getting more of a full coverage. And then obviously the foundation. So this is $74 or $79. I can't remember. Maybe if one of my girls are on here, they would know. But it's perfect. It's a huge, huge savings and a really good deal. And it comes all together. So this is all you need to carry. Okay, so what I do for my concealer is, I just got it in my mouth. Hey, Tasha. 76. See, I was wrong. That was not 76. Thank you. So this kit right here, $76. And it's going to last you 4 months at least. Mine lasted me 5 months. And say you use a lot of your one concealer, you can replace it. So, without buying the whole thing, you can just replace the one tin because they pop in and out. Okay, so this is the First Base Primer. This is what I just sprayed on my face. This is going to tone down any redness, cover any fine lines, wrinkles, pores, and just kind of set your face for the makeup to stick to. So with this, actually I have the wrong colors in here. This is the highlight, this is the contouring colors that I would use. So this is 0 and this is number 6, and this is what I would use to contour. But today I'm just going to work on the concealer. So to conceal, I am a Shinto 1. So to match my skin tone here on this lovely guy, I will probably use number 3. I'm going to use 3 because I think that's going to match my foundation more in my face. And this is my one-on-one kit, so I need my... Okay, so normally you could go right into this with your finger, dab it on. This is my kit for like parties and one-on-one, so I'm just using this. But I might also do this because it's a wax base. So you just want to take a teeny tiny bit out, or you can use your finger and just warm up the product and get it kind of creamy. So what I'm going to do, because I want to keep this sanitary, I'm just going to take a teeny tiny, and that's probably even too much, a little bit out, and just put it on the back of my hand like that, and just kind of warm it up because it is pretty thick, and it does get... Oh, you know what? I'm not going to use this. Scratch that. Never mind. I'm going to use, because I haven't really done this in a long time, I'm going to use number 1 because that has like the green tint to it and it's going to color correct. So let's do color correction because I noticed also under here I have a lot of redness. So scratch that, start over. Let's do number 1. And then you can see, because it will also color correct the pimple that I have. So put it on your hand, or if it's yours, you can put your finger right into it. I'm probably, if you want to get a little more precision on it, you can go straight onto your face, or you can use a concealer brush if you've ever seen one of these in your little kit. So this is all a little bit creamy on my hand. I'm just going to go right in, dab it, and dab it right on that pimple. And while I'm here, I'll just do some of this redness. And it really, when you warm it, it really just gets really creamy, but it's also really, oh, my daughter, she's so sick, I can hear her in there coughing. I'm just going to do all of my redness and scarring, so you can kind of see. You can use this for under eyes, and you can already see it doesn't look at all, it's like magic. It doesn't look green at all. It looks really green in the thing, but not on there. So concealer, you can use it to color correct any red in your skin. You can use it to conceal any blemishes, scarring, any imperfections you don't like. You can use it if you mess up, if you are doing your eyebrows or you get a little bit of eyeliner on your face, or you just did all your makeup and you get black powder from your eyeshadow on your face. You can just take a little bit of concealer. You would want to go the same color as your skin, not the one, but and just dab that on there and it's going to disappear. It's a full coverage. You can also use concealer before or after your foundation. There's no like set rule. I'm using the one before my foundation because I'm using it for color correction. So I like to just go in before. And when I have pimples like this one, I will do the color correcting first, then my foundation, and then if it starts to come up, if the foundation pulls it off a little bit, when I go to blend that in, I'll go back in with the same color as my foundation in a concealer and just kind of touch that up. So then I'm just gonna blend this around. Hey Angel, my daughter is so sick today. She never gets like a normal cough, she gets like a real croupy cough, and like all night I could just hear her breathing, like I could hear her breathing. Her breathing was like real raspy, and then she gets a fever and she throws up. She had this last year. Okay, so that is covering the redness and the dots. Okay, now I'm going to go in with number 3, and actually I'm going to do foundation now. So this is my foundation. So what I normally do, there's lots of ways to put on foundation. What I normally do, baby, is you want to hug me? Yeah. Okay, I will be right with you, okay? Why don't you go lay down so you don't get sicky again, okay? Mommy will be right there in 2 minutes.
And then give you a huggy.
Thanks, Angel. She's like the most loving, cuddly baby ever. She's always been like that since she was born. She just came in to give me a hug. Okay, so foundation, you can put it on 2 different ways. You can go right into your foundation with your finger, warm it up a little bit because this is a wax base, so it's going to lay on your skin. It's not going to clog your pores. This is probably, it's not oily. It's probably like the cleanest feeling and cleanest foundation I've ever used. It is a full coverage. It's the best. I always used like a BB cream. I tried expensive ones. I tried cheap ones. And I have never ever been able to find something that I loved like this one. Okay, so just a little tiny bit. I'm just dabbing it on my skin, and then I'm gonna go in with this sponge. This is damp, so I did fill it with water. I wring it out really good, and then I get like a paper towel and I'll just squeeze it in a paper towel to get all of the extra water out, so like nothing comes out of it when you squeeze it. And then just go in and dab this all together and just let it all blend. And you can already see the coverage. And it looks really, really natural. So this foundation was made for the entertainment industry, for photo shoots, for Broadway, for movies, and they also, for a few of our products, they wanted it to last all day long. So this is not going to get greasy halfway through your day. It's not going to come off, slide off like you feel like you need to reapply, or by the time you get home from work you feel it's so disgusting and you want to wash your face. Like literally you can't feel it. It stays on. It gives you a very clean, natural, airbrushed look, and similar, I don't even want to say it like similar to a BB cream because it's so much better. But you can already see there's my pimple, and I will still go back in, but even my circles under my eyes, that is gone. The redness on my nose. And another thing with this is you can layer it. So if you like more of a full coverage, you can go back in. You can layer it as much as you want. You can do different colors. It blends really, really well. Everything you're going to put on top of it is going to blend really well. It's professional makeup, so it is the best that you're going to get, period. It's the best. It's been used in the entertainment industry for over 60 years for a reason. So now we get to use it. So it's really easy. It's easy to learn. It literally is just the best. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into that number 3, like I said before, and just dab that right on over top. Anywhere else. I have some like age spots over here. And you can use your finger, you can use a brush, whatever you want. If you like to highlight your face, you can use this concealer too. And I'll just go ahead and do that since we're here. Okay, so I just go right back over where I had the foundation and kind of just blend it all in. I mean, this pimple was bad. It was a big one. How do you know if you need to use concealer? Oh, Lindsay, if you go back and watch the replay, if you would have seen this big guy, normally I just use foundation. I don't really use concealer unless I'm like going out or something and I want like a perfect looking face. But our foundation alone is going to cover a lot of imperfections. This guy needed a concealer. The other thing you can use concealer for is for highlighting and contouring. I said this palette before is 70, what did Tasha say, $76? I forget. And I have the light and the dark here. So all you would do is go in with your finger, warm it up, and you just want to dab it everywhere that you want your light. And a little tip, if you go up, sorry, wrong finger. If you go up this way, it kind of just makes your eyes look lifted a little bit. And then always bring it down here too so you don't have like a little circle. And then you just go in and blend that out. And you can see kind of the light. And then if you wanted to do the dark, as a contour, you would do that. Light here, go on up to your temple, and make sure you bring it down too. And this is I'm just dabbing. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not like going in super deep, super hard. I'm just dabbing, and it's getting that much product. So I am not a professional. I am not professional at contouring at all. So this is very unprofessional. So this is just what I would do if I were doing my makeup and contouring. So you just kind of want to do the dark under here. It kind of makes a 3. I show you guys this with a bronzer. This is what I would do with a bronzer. You can do the same thing with the concealer. This is just going to give you more definition than the bronzer will. So you do the dark concealer here, light concealer here, light concealer right here, a little bit here, and then when you're done, you just, after you get it applied, you just go in and kind of blend it out. And it blends really, really nice. Because it's wax, you just kind of push it around. And you can manipulate it and do whatever you want with it. I have a crack in my phone, so it's really hard to see up there. So on a normal day, I would just use probably concealer and foundation and call it a day. But today, since we're talking concealer, I'll show you all the different ways you can use it. Another thing I've used it for is when you're doing your eyeliner, when you have like a winged eyeliner, just say you bump and you mess it up, you can go in with the concealer and just a real fine brush. I use this. It's like, I don't even know what it's for, and just go straight into here and just dab, you know, wherever you want to make the correction, and it will just cover it all up. And it covers it really, really well. So you can, it's kind of like an eraser, so you don't have to do your whole face over again. If you get eyeshadow on your cheeks, you don't have to erase it all and then mess up everything you just did. So there is that. Contouring, very simple, very easy, very natural looking. It looks very, it's hard to see in these lights. Okay, oh, the other thing I use concealer for, when I do my eyebrows, I use my concealer right here for my brow bone, just to kind of clean it up underneath, give you like a straight line. I'll show you guys what I mean. And oh, we got some nice people on here. That's awesome. I've been getting some very strange creepers lately on Facebook. I'm like pretty much done on Facebook. It's really hard because, and I mean, because so many people are selling things, and I think they've just made it really, really hard because people do get annoyed with people selling stuff, and so Facebook has made it really hard for us to do lives and have groups, like people, even in our private like VIP groups, people won't see those posts, so it's like, it's impossible. So, I don't know. I don't know, Lindsay. Just crazy, weird people that don't have a life. Alright, so the next thing you can use concealer for is highlighting your brow bone. So when you do your brows or cleaning up the bottom of your brows, say the bottom of your brows like really wobbly and stuff, you can go through and just clean it up that way. So then I would just go to the bottom underneath . Then I would just go with this bottom brush and go in with concealer. And highlight under here. You just kind of like and it just gives you a nice sharp look. And it highlights under there. So the reason why you want to highlight that is you want to make it look a little bit bigger. You want to make it look, for me, I have hooded lids, so I want to make this look a little bit lifted. And when you get older, everything's going to go this way. You want to pull everything up. So when you bring your brow bone out, it just makes it look a little bit lifted. So by doing that and making that light there, it just gives it a nice lifted look and real clean under your brow right here. So that's all I got. I think, thanks, Lindsay. So contouring, covering pimples, covering redness, blocking out any red, scarring, anything. Fixing your mess ups, highlighting, make your brow bone so you can kind of see, you can kind of see how this one just looks a little bit higher than this one. This one does not have anything on it, and this one does. Also, when you highlight with concealer, you want to go up past here. You want to make kind of a V here and go up so you can kind of, I don't know why all these random weirdos are on here. When you make the V to highlight, you want to go this way and up, and this will pull your eye up. When you do your brows, you want to pull them up this way. You want to highlight right here, make it look bigger, so everything is kind of just up. And then this is the contouring, and then you want, after you would do the concealer and the foundation, you go in with our pressed powder. And it just sets everything in place. Gives it a real matte finish. It's going to set your foundation. It'll make it last all day. It gives you the airbrush look. It gets rid of lines, wrinkles. It helps from any creasing. If you have like a lot of wrinkles under here, your concealer and foundation are not going to crease. They're not going to wrinkle. Your foundation is not going to move. So this is basically, this powder is, if you've ever heard of baking, this powder is what they use to bake. So when you put this powder on, it literally forms a layer between the powder and your skin and bakes the foundation to make it stay. I don't know. That's just what I learned, and one of, I think it was Jacqueline Hill's videos, and she was using our powder, and I was like, that's what it's for. But that's how it makes it stay on your face. So it doesn't come off, it doesn't look greasy, oily, shiny, nothing. And that is it. And then you can go and you can still, even though you did the contouring, if you want a little more defined look, you can go back and do another layer. You can go back with bronzer, and you can do your blush and everything else. So that's it. If anybody has any questions, I know I went over that fast, and then we got a bunch of random people saying weird things. Oh, there's another one. I don't have a couch. I don't know why people are talking about a couch. I'm not selling a couch. I'm not selling a car. This is hilarious. Anyways, if you need help finding any colors, if you already have foundation and you want to move on and try some concealer, let me know, and I'll let you know what colors are best for you, for your foundation that you're getting. And that's about it. And I'm going to try to do another live tomorrow to practice my makeup for the event I have on Saturday. So we'll see. I don't know. I need help picking colors. Lindsay, maybe you can help. I don't know. I'm not good at like picking lipstick colors for some reason. I don't know. So until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.